Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back. We are going to be addressing GM mode, what I'm going to do for NHL 15, why haven't I even had a GM mode up for you guys to pick a team yet, and simply because NHL 15 for the next gen is broken. It is crap. There's been videos on it on YouTube. It's terrible. There's no drafting, there's no like in-game simulation. You have to sim over the whole game. You can't see who scored. It's just terrible. I really dislike it. I know a lot of other people do as well. Johnny is actually doing his Arizona GM. He's doing it on the 360, which is definitely a possibility, but that's again dropping another $60 on a game in which I have to only play one game mode on. It kind of doesn't seem stupid, but it just doesn't really make sense for me to drop $60 on a brand new game that I could play on the $80 game that I bought for my Xbox One, you know? But it's just broken. It's a terrible game mode, but there's a big but here. EA is going to be doing content updates, and that's great. So I'm going to wait for the content update for GM mode. If they can make the GM mode for the next gen playable and actually enjoyable, then I will play it on the next gen. But if it is not the way that I like it, I mean, obviously I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a fair shot. I'm going to play with it a little bit here, but I just know that there's a lot of GM fans out there. I know not everyone is into HUT, which is totally understandable because GM mode is a lot of fun, and I mean, how much fun do we have with Detroit, right? Like, oh my god. And as you can see, what you're watching right now is just some simulation from our Detroit GM mode, which was like the most fun I've ever had doing GM mode. Gordy Eiserman, Agent C, Cedric Corey, it was really awesome. But if they can make the game enjoyable enough for me to play, that being a GM mode, I will do it on next gen. If I don't like it, I will go buy NHL 15 for the 360, which I don't really want to do. Again, that's another $60, which I don't really want to spend. But if it means GM mode, it means GM mode. I mean, I know how much you guys love the GM mode. I love it. I actually enjoy it more than I enjoy recording HUT. I love to play HUT, but I love to record GM mode. So that's basically it. I'm basically at a standstill. My $60 is in EA's hand. I mean, how many times have we heard that, right? If they can patch in things to make GM mode more enjoyable, if they do not patch in the in-game simulation, I will go to the 360 immediately, because there's no way I'm going to go through a playoff series not seeing who scored. That's the most exciting part. We've had times where Kane scored a Stanley Cup winning goal, and we've had times where, it's been triple overtime and then a grinder scores. You don't get to see that, which is really unfortunate. And as for drafting, apparently they're going to patch in a thing where you have 3 minutes to draft your player, which is kind of cool. I mean, you're under the clock, but if they could just pretty much copy and paste the 360 version to the Xbox One version, I would be so happy. And maybe that's even a possibility. I don't know if that's something that they can do. Maybe have like a next gen mode and then like a 360 mode. Maybe that's what they could do. I don't know. I don't know if I really have any input in this or if that's even a smart thing, but I would go 360 mode all day. I've been watching Johnny's GM mode for Arizona, and everything on the 360 is fixed. Everything that was wrong in NHL 14 GM mode is absolutely perfect in NHL 15 GM mode, but it is on the Xbox 360, which sucks. Like, players progress so much better. Drafting is totally revamped. Everything that was broken in NHL 14 for GM mode is fixed for NHL 15. So that's basically where I'm at. EA has me in a spot where I can't record any GM mode until I see what patches they do. I have a feeling I'm going to have to go drop another $60 on the game, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's basically where I'm at for GM mode. I do have a team in mind in which I am going to do. I'm going to give you a hint. It's a Canadian team, and they've been around for a little while, so that's all I'm going to say. I think everybody knows who I have planned to do, but I am very excited for GM mode. It's probably going to be on the 360. If you haven't seen the video on what the changes are, Johnny Superb Man put up a really good one on his channel, so I will link to that in the description. But basically that's where I'm at for GM mode. It's unfortunate that it has to come to this. It's really unfortunate that I'm gonna have to go drop $60 on another game for the console that I was supposed to be throwing away because I got the next gen. There's a lot of things I love about this game. There's a lot of things I dislike, and the things that I dislike, you know, they can easily be fixed. They can be patched in, or they can be whatever, whether it's no ESHL or the GM mode's crap or the online shootouts or the Be a Pro, whatever. Basically, there's a lot of things I like, there's a lot of things I dislike though. And unfortunately right now it looks like the dislikes are outweighing the likes, which is really unfortunate. But that's basically where I am at, guys. I just know deep down I'm gonna have to go drop another $60. I just wanted to address this because there's some people asking me, where is GM mode? Why haven't you started it yet? And there's a couple people who actually do GM mode who have not started it either, and I do not blame them. But I will hopefully see you guys very soon with some GM mode content. Could be a week, could be 2 weeks. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go bite the bullet and go buy the NHL 15 for the Xbox 360. But let me know what you guys think. Is it even manageable? I've played the GM mode a little bit on the next gen, but it's so different to where I didn't even want to attempt it. Let me know what you guys think though. If you have a team you want me to do, put it down in the comments. Just give me a reason why you want me to do that team, and I will hopefully see you guys soon with some HL 15 Be a GM mode.